why would I buy this hunk of junk? There is one guitar in particular that I have been chasing since I was 17 years old. This guitar would come into the shop and I would see it and I would dream of the day that I would get to own one, and today is that day. I found the worst example of my favorite guitar. Let's buckle in. I'm Jeremy, this is Guitar Hunter, and in this wild case is my full-on dream guitar. And I haven't seen it yet, and I want to see it with you for the first time. So let's buckle in, make sure you're subscribed, and let's get into it. This is a 1955 Gibson Country Western. Now this has been a guitar that I've idolized, I've chased after, I've wanted to own for so long. And when the opportunity came up to buy this, I couldn't say no. Of course I had to say yes, but I also knew that I was getting into a lot. So let's talk about this guitar. This guitar came from my friend Adam. He's a patron. If you want to become a patron and support this channel, it always means so much to me that everybody that commits would support me. It's awesome. This is my actual first reactions as I look at this guitar, and it looks really pretty from like 10 feet away, and the closer you get, there are some problems. So let me play it, and then I want to talk about what I like about this thing, what I don't like about this thing, what is the plan for this thing, and so, all right. Alright, the E and the B nut slots definitely are, oh yeah, they're just too open. It's gonna have to get fixed. Okay, what do I know about this guitar, and then what am I seeing? I know that this is an original 1955 Gibson Country Western. I also know that it has had a traumatic past. It's had a lot of things done to it, and so let's walk through a bit of what has been done to this. Okay, it's rough. I love it. I'm excited about it, and it's gonna need some TLC, but let's just dig in. The bridge looks like it has a lot of finish over it, and so yeah, look at that bridge. It has like a clear coat finish over it, so I'm gonna see if I can take that off, but it is a Brazilian rosewood belly up bridge, and then there's a giant crater here where the top has sunken in and been cracked up. Surprisingly, there aren't that many cracks in the top. There are no real cracks, I don't think, in the top itself, but there's one here, and then there's some other discoloration, and there's a repro pick guard. That's a problem. These buttons have been swapped. Now that's the kind of the easy and the more easy to deal with stuff. One of the bigger things is that this guitar has had a new fingerboard put on it and a repro, and so it has the split parallelogram fingerboard inlays. It's a good looking piece of rosewood, and it does kind of match. It's not Brazilian. This board would have been Brazilian, but the binding is here, but it is cracked up. It is yellowed. It is rough. This back and sides, this is, okay, that's where we start getting into some rough stuff. So look at the sides here, and that's where we start really seeing some country handiwork, some amateur woodworking. So the back and sides have been stripped. Strap button has been swapped. The tuners have been swapped. These are repro tuners. They have brass, yeah, they have brass flathead screws. Don't know why that is, but these, I either want to swap these out with repros that are aged to look more the part with the rest of the guitar. I'm going to swap out the buttons. But the serial number is gone on the back of the headstock. That's annoying. But it's hard because the finish on these from this period would have cracked up so much anyway that you would have lost the serial number anyway. There is a serial number inside. The serial number is U2393-19. Everything bad about this guitar. It is rough. There's a gouge where it's been sanded through here. Looks like someone tried to take the finish off, so it means it's probably just thinner than it started out life, and maybe it's had finish added. But I don't think it's beyond saving. But I mean, if I'm honest, I am nervous. Thankfully, I don't have much money in this thing, but makes me nervous. There's no neck crack. That's an amazing part of this. So this has a good like U-shaped, C-shaped neck that's really comfortable and really fun. Overall, it feels good. And I mean, how does it sound? Okay, so it sounds good. It's very dark. It's very pushy in the mids and the bass. It's not very bright. It's one of the guitar tones I miss most. This thing, I think, has hidden within it. I'm going to snap some pictures after this video. I'm going to send this to Nathan Wright, and more than likely this guitar is going to go to Nathan to get rehabbed. And so thankfully the guitar has just had a neck reset. So it has really good bones, and it's pretty rough on the outside. So I think if we can do just a couple things, the playability is there. So yeah, clean up the bridge. And I don't think we have to do anything really crazy. I mean, the headstock looks awesome. So man, whew, this is the first one I've been nervous about. Like, I genuinely feel a bit nervous about this guitar. But I wanted one of these since I saw this picture. This guitar belonged to my friend Ted. Ted was just a bigger than life guy that had been in World War II. He wore a big cowboy hat and skinny jeans and black cowboy boots, and he would tell me stories about being in Europe, and just told me lots of tall tales. But he had a really cool Gibson Southern Jumbo that I always thought was so cool. Didn't sound great, but looked so cool. Why would I buy this hunk of junk? One of the guitars I wish I would not have sold, but I had to sell because life got really hard and expensive, and it was just the right and responsible thing to do, was that I sold my 61 Gibson J50. That's the guitar I wrote a record on. That's the guitar I wrote the song that I proposed to my wife. I wrote that song on that guitar. And a couple years later, after we were married, when life was hard, it just had to go. And so I've wanted one of those. And now J50s I could find, J45s I could find, but I've always wanted a Southern Jumbo or a Country Western. And so to me, this is just the freaking cat's pajamas. The inlays, the natural top, the round shoulders, the big pick guard, the belly up bridge. I mean, everything about this to me is just the coolest of cool of cool. So It's a hunk of junk. Sorry. I mean, that's a little bit hyperbolic. It has great bones, but it needs some real TLC. So it sounds way better after restringing it. Sounds great, plays great, looked great. I wasn't recording on here that whole time. That's obnoxious. I'll have to do all my playing again. But I think this thing sounds killer after the new strings. Now the E and the B are very sitar-y, and so we're gonna have to change that. So new nut, new saddle, fix the bridge. But man, chase your dreams, meet your heroes, and yeah, I mean, if I'm honest, I still have that 8 to 10% worry about this guitar. But thanks for watching this video. I'm Jeremy, I'm the Guitar Hunter, and this is just an unbelievably cool guitar that I'm worried about. So thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Bada bing, bada boom. See you later. Oh boy, I got my work cut out for me.